Again, say it with confidence. Say, I'm the girl I think I am, with more attitudes. Yeah. Sesi Fellowship and Skill Hub is a non-profit organization based in South Africa that was formed in 2019 by a group of young women who were exposed to the harsh realities that South African women go through. Realities like gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy, and lack of economic opportunities for women who have fell pregnant at school level, or even refugees and asylum seekers who do not have the necessary documentation.
We live in an unequal society. So what Sesi does is try and help adolescent girls and young women. Not everyone comes from a wealthy background or a well-off family. So what we try to do is help those that are in need. Not everyone has a sister or a older person to talk to regards to their problems, maybe depression, mental health.
The impact that we've had has been on adolescent girls and young women, specifically development. This is obviously a very broad space. There's a lot of work that needs to still be done, but we've been able to have an impact on skills development. We've been able to have an impact on their social awareness, and because of that, overall personal development. When you're able to identify the needs within your community, within yourself, within the society, you develop yourself as a person as well as develop the community as a whole. And Sesi's really focused on that in the last couple of years.
Sesi Fellowship and Skill Hub is a hybrid organization. We have a skills hub, a fellowship, as well as a gender mission aspect. And under each of these, we have programs aligned to target adolescent girls and young women living in South Africa. Under the fellowship, we aim to address the all-round mentorship that exists in South Africa. And thus far, we have had a digital tertiary application drive whereby we assisted adolescent girls and young women to apply to universities of their choices and submit their applications. We have held a Generation Equality Fellowship, which I am most proud of, which is a 3-month intensive program whereby we selected one adolescent girl or young woman from each province to represent their province.
My name is womxn-led. I'm 21 years old, and the province that I will be representing is Gauteng.
So we came together to basically create projects that are based at community level that would help elevate adolescent girls, young women, and women in general. And this is inclusive of the LGBTI+ community. So some of the programs include skill building, like training young women who are unemployed in nail technician skills or agricultural skills so that they're able to generate some form of income on their own. But also we wanted to have a bit more of a campaigning aspect to our work, because we realize that we need policies, we need laws, and we need all sorts of frameworks to not only reflect intersectional representation, but to also reflect the real issues that our beneficiaries actually do go through. And lastly, we have what we call our fellowship, which presents young women with safe spaces to speak about the harsh realities that they face at community level.
We have had a public speaking and CV writing training whereby we trained a group of women on how to effectively speak in public, as well as how to draft a good CV. And lastly, under the gender mission aspect, this is focused on advocacy and campaigning for issues that affect adolescent girls and young women, and to also seek justice and solutions to these issues. So under these, we have attended a range of events that are in line with our mission.
The highlights that I could remember that when working with Sesi Fellowship and Skill Hub, it's more of the storytelling on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel, the storytelling videos where different adolescent girls and young women had their stories based on HIV and AIDS, based on teenage pregnancy, based on mental health. When you are alone and when you're not out there, you do not see what other girls are going through. We do not see the worst of what people could be going through. You look at a person and you think that they are okay because they are smiling, but we don't know what's going on inside.
The spaces that we've specifically been targeting has been HIV, mental health, menstrual health, disabilities, teenage pregnancy and gender-based violence. All of these which are very important and at the moment very rife. So we have been able to focus on these areas, and we wish to continue expanding while continuing to focus on these spaces, because as I said, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but we definitely have had an impact.
Gracias, everybody.
Ongathi apha eSouth Africa noba ngubani na akekho umntu ongathi akafuni okanye azoyenza loo nto. Andithi it is your right. If you decide ufuna uyeka endlini, ufuna uyothatha isitofu okanye ufuna uyofaka implant, it is your